juice? Who's got the juice? Smooth.
Okay. The Lego games. Everyone loves them. Fact. Jesus, the Lego games and I, we go way back. In fact, some of my first memories, I believe, with gaming were with Lego, back when I was around like 3 or 4 years old and we had a very old PC. And we had 3 games with that PC. We had Lego Creator, Lego Chess and Lego Loco. I think Lego Loco was one we had because when I was looking into the PC games for Lego, I really recognised the cover art for it. I really recognised the gameplay of it when I was looking at footage for it. So, Jim, if you're watching this, can you please tell me if Lego Loco was the one we had? Because I swear to God, I'm looking at this now and I really recognise it and it's niggling me and I think I'm going mad. But Lego Creator and Lego Chess were definitely games that we had. In fact, I was so young when I played these that my memories of these games are really quite fade, but you know when you suddenly see something you haven't seen in years and a little memory just triggers in the back of your mind and you're like, oh my god, holy shit, I remember this. I was exactly the same when I was talking about these games or scripting them for this show, I think. Is that the word for it? I'm gonna go with it. But I remember like 2 elements of these games. The Lego Creator, I remember the wizard who used to guide you because I thought that wizard was really cool and I used to always just like looking at him. And I can't remember which one it was, but I think it was Lego Creator where you got to roam an area and if you click on one character, she was a little girl Lego, she had a voice actress and all that voice actress said was la 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 la, and it was one of the funniest things about when we were kids, and even looking back on it, it still puts a smile on my face. And then I also remember Lego Chess. I think I pretty much, my favourite one was the Western stage, and I really remember the visuals of the Western stage as well as the music, and the music was actually replayed to me once when I was playing chess over Tabletop Simulator, and that's what triggered my memory for that game. I was like, oh my god, I remember this! It was such like a nostalgia trip. Lego Chess, oh god, I never knew what I was doing on it. I just guessed, because I remember it gave you like guidelines on what moves you could actually make. So I was just there as a kid being like, and I lost every time. I never beat it. And we also had Lego Island, but we didn't play Lego Island until quite a bit later. I can't remember how we got it or when it was we played it. We were kids still, but it wasn't as early on as the other 3 games I just mentioned. But the main things I remember from Lego Island were we used to think Pepper was really cool on a skateboard, it was really cool to roam the area, and once when we were kids we decided that if we ever got a dog we'd call him Pepper. But then we actually got a dog many years later and we called him Angus, so that's a different story. And then with Lego Island 2, I actually didn't play that until probably around a month ago, I think, as I played it as a one-off over on BuddyGames because Liam had great nostalgia over that game. So he was like, I really want to play this again, I've suddenly remembered it. So we played it, had a lot of fun with it, and yeah, it was a jolly good laugh, I have to say. But Lego Island 1, that's where my nostalgia lies. That's the one I'll always trigger, like that will always trigger my nostalgia if I watch it. And now it's time for the little, and now kids, Christopher Walken decides to talk about the Lego games for you today, kids. I love my Christopher Walken voice, it's so bad. And finally, the game we all know and love in some way or the other on any console is Lego Racers. Now, I have played the full game of Lego Racers. I don't think I've ever actually finished it, but I certainly have played a good chunk of it. But I didn't play that until a couple of years ago, maybe when I was around 12, 13, as my first experience with Lego Racers was actually with the demo disc. And my god, I used to play the demo disc so many times doing the Imperial Grand Prix, I believe that's called, stage. We just keep on going in the demo, building our characters, building the car. It was like one of the best things ever. But you know, I think I spent more time building my car and my character than I did actually racing. But then the race itself was so much fun and I used to really like the pirate because he was on the menu screen and he was like that was meant to be his arm, by the way, and I thought he looked so cool. And then to race him in like the Imperial race, and the course was so memorable and the music was like and it's, oh god, even when I was like thinking about the music, it sends floods of memories coming back to me. I love Lego Racers, well the first section anyway, it always brings back such good memories for me, and it's a really fun game. I absolutely blooming love it. I can't remember, I think I got to the final bit when I was playing the actual full game, I can't remember, but I can't remember why I never finished actually. I think I just started playing another game. I think I wasn't feeling a racing genre anymore. But in fact, before I played the full game of LEGO Racers, but after I played the demo obviously, I actually played LEGO Racers 2. I never actually played the story campaign of LEGO Racers 2. The main elements I remember of that are the opening cutscene when you've got the main racer like walking through a desert or a beach area, and then a newspaper article comes flying in his face and he's suddenly like, oh yeah, I'm gonna win this race, boom! I remember that cutscene. But whenever we played it, it was always because James absolutely loved this game when he was a kid. Like, he used to play it so much and he'd like, I just sit there and watch him play it really. And then when I did participate in the local multiplayer, that's where my memories lie. I remember, well no, not technically, I remember also making my character and you had that little blue guy with the electric bolt on his hat. He was really cool, and again I used to prefer making the characters and the cars more than actual racing. But in local multiplayer, I remember we just mainly used to roam around the overworld. We'll do races every now and then, but the main element of joy we got was going local multiplayer, roaming the overworld, playing hide and seek, playing bumper cars, and we had to destroy each other's cars, not each other's cars. And I remember that was so much more fun for me rather than doing the actual races. And also to actually destroy your cars and start running on your little legs, that was so cool. I think that was just a cool little feature. Because I love the characters I made with Lego. I love building myself as a Lego character. And just to have my character roaming this city was so awesome. I absolutely loved it. That was my favourite part of this game. And then we have LEGO Star Wars. I remember getting this game when it first came out because we were so excited about it for the Xbox. And Jim and I, we used to spend hours on this game. We pretty much completed it 100%. It was such a good local multiplayer game that we absolutely loved it. And I remember being an absolute dick to him because I was R2-D2. And here's a great trick for you. When you're on a platform, if you hover off slightly, but not so much that you're lower than the platform so you can hover back on, and just stay there, then the other player can't progress because you need both of you to be at the edge of the screen to do it. This was back in before you had the split screens and stuff. But I used to just stand there and James would just be like, for God's sake, will you come and follow me? And I was like, nah. But he couldn't kill me because I was there hovering away, and I think he was a Jedi. I don't think he... Yeah, he was the Jedi character, so he couldn't, like, reach me with his lightsaber or anything. That was great. But I even remember, like, playing this game after school with, like, friends who didn't even play video games. I literally just invite them around and we played this game for hours. We all had so much fun with LEGO Star Wars, and it's always a local multiplayer game that I will absolutely treasure. It's one of my favourites, I have to say. I did then get LEGO Star Wars 4, 5 and 6 for the PSP, but I'll tell you what, I didn't get as much enjoyment out of that one as I did LEGO Star Wars 1, 2 and 3. Probably because I missed out on the local multiplayer aspect for it, because with the PSP you had to get like cables and stuff and we didn't have those. Oh no, or could you? I can't remember. I think, no, or did James and I do it once? I can't remember, but I just didn't get the same sort of like multiplayer vibes that I did with LEGO Star Wars. I always associate the LEGO Star Wars games being multiplayer, so I just didn't get that kick out of 4, 5 and 6. But James and I did actually revisit the complete saga when he got it on PS3 quite a couple of years back now actually, because one night we both fancied chilling and just having a little bit of innocent fun. So we played the complete saga and the memories of everything just came flooding back of when we were kids, of all the levels, of the music, of the cutscenes. It was all great. Well, I thought it was great anyway, he probably hated it. But that's another moment that I will treasure. He's probably forgotten about it. But LEGO Star Wars local multiplayer, absolutely bloody love it. I then also played LEGO Indiana Jones for the PS3 because that came with our PS3 bundle when we were kids. And I remember it being... it was okay. Like, it was really enjoyable. I loved Indiana Jones and I thought the game was pretty good. But again, I played it on my own. It probably would have been better if I played it with someone else. And I also have LEGO Star Wars 7 recently on the PS4. And I have to say, I love LEGO Star Wars 7 on the PS4. I think it's absolutely great. I love the comedy in it. I love the game. I love how when you're roaming around, I think like LEGO Marvel did this as well. I haven't played that one though, but the screen does like the split thingy so you can roam around. It's still got the LEGO charm, still got the LEGO comedy. It looks great and I love playing it with a certain someone or with Amy and Phoebe because it's absolutely great and I love it to pieces. And I'm not playing it on my own. I played it a little bit on my own and it was still a lot of fun, but again, I will just try and whenever I can get someone, I'll be like, play LEGO Star Wars with me, because it's absolutely great. And to play another LEGO Star Wars game after all these years, it brought back such happy memories and it really put me in a happy spot. It really perked me up and I can't wait to carry on playing it. So thank you, LEGO Games. You have always been there with me in my gaming years, whether I noticed it or not. From when I first started gaming even through to now, you have always been there and you have always put a smile on my face. A lovely happy smile and put me in a happy place. So thank you so much, LEGO Games. And I can't wait to carry on seeing what you're going to provide, really, because I know you guys aren't going to stop, so fantastic. If you want to play a game that's always going to be super happy, play the LEGO Games. I can guarantee they'll perk you up. I've also just got LEGO Lord of the Rings, which came with my Vita, so that should be fun!